What is up, everybody? Welcome into the Fantasy Tap. My name is Michael, and this is John. And if you've never joined us before, we are a fantasy football podcast, and it is football time. John, are you excited?
Hey, baby, it is. It's NFL Week 1 officially.
Yes, it is. It is
week one.
Officially week 1.
We're just a couple days away from the first game of the season. Everyone's better get those rosters set up. Let's do this.
Yep.
We're excited.
Yes, sir. Super excited for that. Real quick, if you guys are watching this on YouTube, please smash that like button. Also, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. We'd really appreciate that. Today, we're going to talk about our schedule, and we've got some hot takes for you today. Some fire ones. I will say that. Super fire. So, but before we jump into the hot takes, let's talk about our schedule for the upcoming season. We've like we've been tweeting out, like we've been talking about lately, we've got a lot of content coming for you guys. Excuse me. And I just want to let you guys know when that content's going out. There was a couple of changes made as far as our YouTube series, our Zero RB series, and our Listener League series. So let's run down, Monday through Sunday, what's going to be coming out to you guys. Monday, we're not going to have anything come out. We might, every once in a while, we might do something special. But as of now, that's going to be an open day. Tuesdays, we've got our bets, our prop bets, our picks for the week. That's going to be coming out. We've got a special guest every week, and he's going to be hosting with John and I, and that is Brad Hinton. Dude's a monster. So really excited to add that to the show this year.
Same.
And then, and then we're going to have our waiver show come out midday on Tuesday. So you guys know who to pick up for your waivers. And then, like I said, there's a slight change to the Zero RB episode or season series. What we're going to be doing is that's going to be a YouTube only. We're going to just keep that on YouTube. That way our podcast is, or the audio form at least, is open for the guy, for strictly fantasy football and how we can help you guys win, during the week. That's not saying don't check that out, because I think that's going to be a really fun series we're doing. That's going to come out in the afternoon or evenings on Tuesday. Wednesday, we've got our Listener League updates. And that's also going to be YouTube only. We have 2 playlists, one for the Zero RB, one for the Listener League. We're going to have players from the Listener League join us, maybe not weekly, but definitely join us throughout the season. And we're going to update you on some matchups and things like that. I think that's going to be a fun series. John has some really good ideas for that. So super stoked for that.
We're going to make it a really entertaining and competitive time completely.
Definitely.
It's gonna be more fun than watching the Super Bowl every year. We're gonna get you guys involved. I want everyone to go through, watch the video, pick your team now. Your team now, become a fan, get their team names. I'll make some shirts. We'll get you guys fandom out there. We'll get this streaming soon.
There you go. Yeah, go on we have the live draft, which was so fun. We had 2 competitors or draftees in there with us. We had them on at separate times, talked about their strategies, talked about their teams, how they liked them, what they didn't like. So go check that out. That is on our YouTube. That is live. Like John said, choose a team, comment in the comment section who you think is going to win at the end of the year. And then at the end of Wednesday mornings, we're going to have our injury and news segment come out, updating you what happened from the prior week, any injuries that took place, things like that. I'm praying this is an injury-free year, but unfortunately it's football, and that's probably not going to happen. Thursdays, we've got our Thursday night preview coming out in the mornings. We're just going to preview the Thursday night game real quick for you guys, and let you know what we think about their players, maybe even have some interesting prop bets, just to make it a little entertaining there. And then this Thursday afternoon, our must starts and our must sits are going to come out. Guys, we're hot on or not hot on for the weekend. And then Friday, we are going to do our game by game breakdown, pretty much talk about every player, almost every player that's going to be playing in the weekend, fantasy relevant and things like that. Just like we did last year, it's probably going to be at a quicker pace in the fact that we're not going to be doing a full episode of news and notes and things like that. News and notes and things like that. If something's important, if there's an important piece of news or whatever, we might use that time to update you guys. And then, of course, like we mentioned, we have another new segment, a lot of new segments this year. It's going to be our Dfs podcast. And that's going to be John and Hugh. They're going to be hosting together. I'm not a part of that. I'm not very good. I'm not that I'm not very good. I'm not into that. I would say I'm not very good. That's a good way of saying I'm not very good at it. So Hugh and John are going to be walking you through their DFS lineups. Another cool thing about that is we're going to be, if you're new to DFS and things like that, they're going to use that time to teach you guys as well. So I'm excited for that. And then, of course, Sundays, we've got our live stream prior to the kickoff. The 1 p.m. kickoff, we will be going live on YouTube and Twitter. Answering any questions you guys have, start sit questions, updating you guys on injuries and things like that. So it's going to be a packed year and it's going to be a fun year.
Yeah, I'm really, really excited. Hoping you guys can keep up with the videos. Make sure you guys check them all out, as we know we're putting them out there right in time for you guys to use that information to build the best lineups and win your league.
All right, now let's jump into our hot takes of the year. Each of us has 4 hot takes, fantasy-wise, that we're going to be talking about real quick, letting you guys know. And honestly, let us know in the comments what you guys think about these. Some of them are pretty out there. So, John, hit us with your first hot take.
All right. So anyone that's been following along with us throughout this offseason, you guys know I'm coming for someone. He's going to make me look really dumb or make me look really smart, and that's going to be Saquon Barkley. I've got him finishing outside of the top 10 running backs this year. Might be 11. It might be 12. I just don't think he's going to be in that top 10. Purely on total volume, as I've been downing him for all season. He's going to be getting a lot of touches through the run game, going to be getting some pass catching work, but I do think there's a lot of players that are going to be just outdoing him. And that's that.
Well, you're starting off negative. I'm going to start off positive. Brandon Iuke is going to finish as a top 12 wide receiver. Last year, he ended the year from week 7 to 17, averaging 15.2 points a game. Now, he only played 7 of those games, and he still finished as the wide receiver 26. It's not great, but if you take all those, averaging 15.2 points a game, he's finished as a wide receiver 1. So, Brandon Iuke, you're going to finish as a top 12 wide receiver this year.
Okay. I actually like that one a lot. I like Brandon Iuke. He's one of my targets, especially in any full point PPR games, full point PPR leagues. My next one for you, though, is actually going to be another. I'm going to go positive too. I'm going to go positive. I actually think that Austin Eckler, who's someone I'm also super, super hot on. I think he's going to finish as a top 4, possibly a top 3 running back on this season, assuming he plays all 17 games. Only thing. This guy's been someone who, even back in 2019, when he was still sharing some of that backfield with Melvin Gordon, finished as a running back 4, only had 132 carries. And then in last season, on a 10-game pace, was able to get 116 carries with that full workload to himself, still got his 65 targets, on pace to have numbers similar to Alvin Kamara. The only thing that's been holding him back has been those touchdowns. And I do think with them, working the new offense that they're going to be doing without Anthony Lynn there, I think that he's still going to be getting a lot more touchdowns. Last year only had 1 rushing touchdown. I think he could easily take that rushing back up to a number like 6, 7, 8, and then finish out with another 5 receiving touchdowns. And we're talking running back 4.
All right, there we go. I like it. I don't know if I agree with it, but I do like it. That's pretty spicy. I do think obviously Austin Eckler is easily top 12 running back and could definitely be a league winner this year. I will say that. And if he finishes a top 4 running back, he's definitely winning people leagues. I'm gonna do it's a positive and a negative. Okay, it's like they weigh each other out, kind of. Geez, oh my gosh, James Conner. James Conner is going to have a higher fantasy football finish, half-point PPR leagues, and probably all across the board, in my opinion. But we're speaking strictly half-point PPR leagues. James Conner is going to have a higher fantasy football finish than Chase Edmonds, who's being drafted quite far further ahead of him. I think, to be honest, James Conner takes over the backfield, and he's going to be the primary back there, and that's going to lead him into being or having a higher finish than Chase Edmonds.
Okay.
So
I could see it. I think he definitely gets that red zone work, but I think that the opportunities are the air. And I do think that they're going to be more of a split carry, but I like it. We could see it.
There we go.
Wow, moving through these. So I know you're going to disagree with me on this one, and a lot of people might too. But guys, we're finally going to see it. This is going to be the first year Mike Evans is not finished with 1,000 yards, and that's including the 17th game this year. I do not think Mike Evans is going to get enough volume in that offense to continue that barely scraping by to that 1,000. Unless it's worked into his incentives at some point, Tom Brady might just feed him enough to get him there by week 17, like we saw them do last year on the last game of the season, or week 18, like we saw him do in the last season. But I just don't think that he's going to be getting enough targets, especially not the touchdowns. I think Chris Godwin and Antonio Brown lead that offense this year.
All right. Well, you know what, John? I have one for you. Okay. Chris Godwin does not finish in the top 24 wide receivers. Chris Godwin's going to finish as a wide receiver 3 or worse. Yeah, it's pretty bold. And definitely, sorry, I don't, like you said, I don't agree with the Mike Evans take. I think that Mike Evans and Gronkowski are going to be, first of all, competing for yards, and receptions and targets, but at the same time, they're going to be getting the touchdowns and the red zone work. So I think that's going to, take away a lot of opportunity for Godwin to be scoring touchdowns. And then, of course, you have Antonio Brown there for a full season, which I think that's going to also cut into his targets as well, and really limiting his upside as far as yardage goes. So Chris Godwin, you're going to finish outside the top 24. I guess we'll see who's right at the end of the year, because I think one of them.
Yeah.
I mean, unless it's Antonio Brown. Cut.
I'm just going to say that.
Yeah, one of them did, because he's an unselfish guy. But
yeah, and he's going to be unselfish too, because
he's going to command the ball.
He doesn't command the ball though. Chris Godwin had more targets per game than Mike Evans did throughout the season. Mike Evans might have gotten those 1-2 yard touchdowns, but he's not a touchdown monster. He's
all right.
Guilty by association. He's going to have those 1-2 yard touchdowns sniped in that red zone by the running backs running it up the middle. And then just to finish this last one off, I'm going Dolphins. I'm a Dolphins fan. You're a Dolphins fan. The bane of our existence in the future, I think it's coming. I do think that Mac Jones is the highest finishing quarterback out of the rookie class this season. Obviously that week 1 start helps him a lot, but that means I've got him on a better track than Trevor Lawrence, and I don't think that Justin Fields is going to have a chance to catch up to him. And then Zach Wilson. Hey, buddy, how you doing?
All right, that's nice. I like that. I could totally see it. I'm glad you've come over to the dark side. I remember you giving me flack a while ago for taking him in a Superflex league, and now
it's the way
you're
he walked up on the draft.
I know. It wasn't the prettiest.
It's the waddle.
Yeah.
We've seen what Belichick can do with those awkward guys.
That's true. And then finally, my last one, Jalen Hurts will not finish in the top 16 quarterbacks. And to be honest, I think he might only play 9 games. They did trade for Gardner Minshew. I don't think Sirianni likes him a ton, to be honest. He didn't even want to name him the starting quarterback, even with Joe Flacco being really the only other competent quarterback there. So I'm sorry, Jalen Hurts. He's seen a dip in ADP, so maybe people are starting to agree with me, but you're not going to finish in the top 16 quarterbacks. And to be honest, I don't think you finish out the year.
Ooh, that's rough.
Yeah, that is
I'm gonna
rough.
agree with you. I'm gonna agree with you though. Last year he was I think if for every quarterback that threw over 100 attempts last season, he had the lowest completion percentage. It was just over 50%, I believe. But I will say this: 2 of his 4 games that he started last year, he had over 10 points and a 4-point touchdown or 4-point touching game just through his rushing ability.
I understand
So
that he does have that. He does have the rushing upside.
Yeah.
But
I'm not
do you have,
not hot on him, but I'm not grabbing him.
Do you have any maybe off the top of your head, not fantasy related, but NFL wise, maybe hot takes that you want to maybe let the people know of before we get out of here?
Off the top of my head, let me hear yours.
I've got one. Chase Young gonna break the sack record this year with 17 games. He's gonna break the sack record.
Oof. Okay. I
know. Second year.
It's a lot. I mean, there's some other guys that could do it too.
I agree there are, but it's gonna be Chase Young.
Interesting.
Yeah. Anything for you?
Wow.
Could you think of anything?
Oh wow.
I know I put you on the spot.
I know I didn't think of anything.
If not, it's okay. All right, that's fine.
No, I don't have anything
all right.
off the top of my head without anything.
So anyways, guys, those are our fantasy football hot takes for the 2021-2022 season. Make sure you guys go check out the Listener League live draft. Comment on the video or in the comments. Let us know who you think is going to win. Be on the lookout for the Zero RB series and the Listener League series as well. And of course, like I said, we have a ton of content coming out to you guys this year. So be on the lookout for that. If you could do us a favor, smash the like button, subscribe to our YouTube channel. If you're listening to us on the podcast, subscribe, download, and give us a rating. That would be beautiful.
Absolutely amazing. Would have really appreciate it. Thank you guys so much for tuning in again today. We'll see you soon.
Mwah.